Some love stories don't begin with fireworks. They begin quietly, like a moment you almost ignore. This one began on a rainy evening. Arav hated rain, not because it made the city messy, but because it reminded him of things he had lost. He was standing at a crowded bus stop, headphones in, eyes fixed on the wet road, waiting for a bus that was already late. That's when he noticed her. She was standing a little away from the crowd, holding a book tightly against her chest, trying to shield it from the rain with her scarf. Her hair was slightly messy, her shoes soaked, but she didn't seem annoyed. Instead, she was smiling, softly, like the rain was telling her a secret. A sudden splash from a passing car soaked her completely. She gasped. Without thinking, Arav stepped forward and held his umbrella over her head. "I'm sorry," he said awkwardly. It looked worse than it was. She looked up, surprised, then laughed. "Rain always finds a way," she said. "But, thank you." That was the first time he heard her voice. Her name was Meera. They stood there together, sharing a small umbrella, saying very little, but somehow, it felt like enough. When the bus arrived, they boarded together, standing shoulder to shoulder, pretending not to notice how close they were. Before getting off, she turned to him and said, "Maybe rain isn't that bad." And then she was gone. For days after that, Arav found himself taking the same bus at the same time. Not because it was convenient, but because he hoped to see her again. And one evening, he did. This time, she smiled first. They started talking. About books. About music. About how strange it was that two strangers could feel familiar so quickly. Soon, those bus rides became the best part of Arav's day. They never planned dates. They never called it anything. They just kept choosing each other. Weeks passed. One evening, Meera didn't show up. The next day, nothing. And the day after that, still nothing. Arav told himself it was silly to worry. They were just strangers who met by chance, right? But the bus felt emptier without her. Finally, after almost 2 weeks, she appeared again. She looked tired. Different. "I'm sorry," she said quietly. I disappeared. He wanted to ask 100 questions, but instead he said, "I'm just glad you're okay." She looked at him then, really looked at him, and something in her eyes softened. One night, as the bus crawled through traffic, Meera spoke. "I don't believe in forever," she said suddenly. Arav turned to her. "Why?" "Because people leave," she replied. "Even when they promise they won't." There was a long silence. Then she added, "And I might have to leave too." That was the moment Arav realized he was in love. They didn't say it out loud. But love showed up in the smallest ways. In the extra seat he saved for her. In the way she waited for him if he was late. In the quiet comfort of not needing words. One evening, Arav finally asked, "If you leave, will you tell me?" She nodded. "I promise." The day she didn't come, again, he knew. This time, she didn't return. Days passed. Then weeks. No message. No goodbye. Just absence. Arav stopped taking that bus. Months later, on a sunny afternoon, he walked into a bookstore to escape the heat. And there she was, standing in the same aisle, holding a book to her chest. She looked up and froze. "I wanted to find you," she said before he could speak. "But I didn't know how." They sat outside the store, talking for hours. She told him everything. About family responsibilities. About fear. About how leaving him without explanation was the hardest thing she'd ever done. "And you?" she asked softly. "Did you hate me?" Arav shook his head. "No," he said. "I just missed you." Her eyes filled with tears. That evening, as they stood under a clear sky, no rain this time, Meera reached for his hand. "I still don't believe in forever," she said. Arav smiled gently. "Then let's just believe in today." She smiled back. "And sometimes, that's enough."